President Donald Trump has just spoken to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, talks a day after Trump's India will buy Venezuelan oil claim, and the US envoy Sergio Gor has confirmed the Trump-Modi talks. There you can see it. And he says, stay tuned. So what is exactly transpired? What is transpired? Let me go across to Zaka Jacob, who's going to be joining me in just a few moments. Viewers, this is now something that we have seen just about last month, where once again there was a conversation where Trump had come out and said that, look, we are getting along swimmingly. If you remember at Davos, he had spoken to your channel, CNN News 18. He had spoken to one of our reporters there. And Chandra had told us that when she posed the question to Donald Trump about the trade deal, he says, we are talking extensively and this trade deal is going to be done. This is a massive statement coming out, viewers. Sergio Gor says, stay tuned. What has happened that we need to stay tuned for? Remember, just yesterday, Donald Trump, in the middle of the budget speech, came out and said that India has agreed to buy Venezuelan oil. So the timing is significant. There was also a comment a few days back, viewers, from one of the top cabinet ministers of the Trump regime. And he said very clearly that there is the possibility of waiving aside the extra 25% sanctions that have been imposed on India for buying Russian oil. Now that India has stopped purchasing Russian oil in those quantities, we can relook at that particular decision. Has that decision been taken, viewers? Has that 25% tariff been withdrawn? We don't know. But this is very, very significant. And I think I have with me Zaka Jacob. We're going to try and get him. Let me just call him, actually. Let me just call him on my own phone because it could be quicker. Let me just dial Zaka and try to get him on. Let's just see if we can get through to Zaka Jacob and go straight to him because I don't know why.
Yeah, Rahul,
there you are. There he is. There he is, Zaka. There he is, Zaka. Great. This is brilliant. So lovely to see you. Zaka, what's happening here? Donald Trump calls the Prime Minister. Sergio Gor says, stay tuned. Just about a week and a half back, if my memory serves me, someone was talking about removing some sort of sanction, penalty, etc. What's happening?
Yeah, I think we're given to understand the conversation is around oil. Remember, President Trump had just put out on Truth Social yesterday, just before the budget, that India will buy Venezuelan oil. It will stop buying oil from Russia, from Iran. So I think the conversation today was on oil. That's what top sources have told us, which basically means that if you go back to what Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, said last week, that he now sees a pathway for the 25% oil tariffs, the Russian oil tariffs that was imposed on India back in August, for that to be removed. So it looks like we're on that pathway for the removal of that 25% Russian oil tariffs. Like I said, I don't want to second guess what President Trump is going to announce. Looks like he will put out a Truth Social post very soon detailing what the conversation was about. But the expectation is around that second set of tariffs, not the reciprocal ones that were imposed in the first week of August, but towards the end of August, the one that he imposed for import of Russian oil, India being the second largest importer of Russian oil. That seems to be the point of the conversation, and that seems like there's going to be some degree of rollback on that second set of oil tariffs.
Well, what fun.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC TV 18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV 18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV 18 on all the social media platforms.